Factors affecting mobility. There are actually many types of scattering mechanism, but we will discuss only two types which are most common. One is lattice scattering and other is impurity scattering. In lattice scattering, a charge carrier moving inside a crystal is scattered by vibrations of the atoms which are present inside the semiconductor, and this vibration of atoms inside the semiconductor results from the temperature. As the temperature rises, atoms vibrate more violently, restricting the motion of charge carriers, thereby decreasing the mobility of charge carriers. The approximate temperature dependency of mobility due to lattice scattering comes out to be like lattice scattering is also sometimes referred to as phonon scattering. And if you recall, phonon is a quasi-particle which is a unit of vibrational energy that is responsible for the transmission of heat within a material from one end to another. At high temperature, much of the energy is dissipated in the form of heat due to the presence of phonons. This type of scattering is effective only at high temperature, as when the temperature is very low, atoms do not vibrate that much that they will restrict the motion of charge carriers. Lattice scattering only gets effective when the temperature is high enough to restrict the motion of charge carriers. Now we will talk about impurity scattering. Impurity scattering is a scattering which arises due to crystal defects such as ionized impurities, which becomes dominant mechanism at low temperatures. A slowly moving carrier is likely to be scattered more strongly by an interaction with a charged ion than is a carrier with a greater momentum. Therefore, impurity scattering events cause a decrease in mobility with decreasing temperature. This type of scattering is caused by charged ions, which affects the movement of charge carriers due to its electric field. Since a slowly moving carrier is likely to be scattered more strongly by an interaction with a charged ion than is a carrier with a greater momentum, impurity scattering events cause a decrease in mobility with decreasing temperature. We can write mobility due to impurity scattering is directly proportional to the temperature raised to the power 3 by 2. Now, if we want to draw a graph of mobility with temperature, and we will take a practical case in which impurity scattering is effective at low temperature and lattice scattering is effective at high temperature. So the graph of mobility with temperature will come out to be like this. We have discussed only two types of scattering mechanism, and that also are effective at different temperature range. But what will be the net mobility if mobility contributed by two or more than two different scattering mechanisms are effective at the same temperature? Let's say we have three scattering mechanisms with mobility u1, mu2 and mu3, and we are supposed to find net mobility, which is defined by mu net. For finding mu net, we have the formula. By using this formula, we can find the net mobility when different mobilities contributed by different scattering mechanisms are provided. These are the general scattering mechanism and mobility which we talked about. But for real semiconductors, mobility is dependent upon temperature raised to the power minus m, where m is different for different semiconductors as well as for different carriers. For example, for silicon, m is equal to 5 by 3 for electrons and 7 by 3 for holes. These values of m come out as a result of real experiments in which all the scattering mechanisms are considered. Similarly, for germanium, m is equal to 2.5 for electrons and m is equal to 2.7 for holes. Another small point is when we talk about extrinsic semiconductor, doping is generally kept low, which does not affect much on mobility. However, there is certain limit to this also, as after a particular point, if you increase the doping concentration, then the mobility begin to decrease. And this happens because there are a lot of ionized doping atoms which restrict the motion of charge carriers.